Hey, welcome back. It's B at the buzzer, baby. We've been gone for a minute, but we're back and we're back with a vengeance. And today, first thing I want to say, before I get into today, the first thing I want to say, if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the like button, on Facebook. Hit the like button on Instagram. Make a comment, what it is you want to do. But look, we're going to get in today. We're going to talk about it's the spotlight on the small school. So we want to give some props to these smaller schools that's trying to make an impact. We're going to talk about two schools tonight. Number one, the Liberty Flames. So Liberty, we can talk about them in basketball. Richie McKay, or we can talk about them in football with Hugh Freeze. And what we talking about here today is we talking about Hugh Freeze. Liberty University, after this Saturday, they lost to North Carolina State, but that was their third ACC team. And to that point, they were 2-0 against ACC teams. Listen, Hugh Freeze, he's the hot name right now for the South Carolina job where they fired Will Muschamp, which they should have fired Muschamp. I didn't even think he was a good coach after coming from Florida. He didn't do nothing there, and then South Carolina hired him. Quit recycling these bums. But Hugh Freeze, he was at Ole Miss. He had beat Saban a couple of times while he was at Ole Miss, and he's a good coach. I mean, he got Liberty. Liberty wasn't a household name with football, and if he stayed there, they will be. But right now, they 8-1. They 2-1 against the ACC. They playing good ball. Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Listen, they won the Baseball World Series in like 2015. This little school down here in Conway, South Carolina, at Myrtle Beach, they doing big things. Last year, the year before last, when the hurricane was in Puerto Rico, they hosted the Puerto Rico shootout down there in Conway at their facility. Nice facilities right on the water. What kid wouldn't want to go to school at Coastal Carolina? And man, they undefeated and they're ranked. And that's a showdown. I think the last game of the season, Liberty versus Coastal, is going to be a showdown. Coastal just had a showdown with Appalachian State on Saturday. They pulled that one out. It's going to be a good one. But Hugh Freeze, he's won everywhere he's went. And just to give you a nugget, he's got a little tree. The guy in Indiana, he was his defensive coordinator at a few of his stops, including at Ole Miss. So, they know what they're doing. And that's a good thing. As far as the Coastal Carolina thing, I just want to give y'all a little information about that. That's not your traditional AD coach kind of relationship. That program was built a little differently. The former coach, who had a lot of success and was a 2015 Coach of the Year finalist in FCS, because they just made the jump to Division I, just as Liberty has. These programs are exceptional, but in the case of Coastal Carolina, this guy, he was a football coach for 16 years. He got out of coaching and he went up and became an investment banker or some kind of executive in the banking world, in the business world. And he did that for 20 years. And then in 2009, he comes back to Coastal Carolina. He gets a job at Coastal Carolina to be the coach. And they let him build this the way that he wanted to build it. And he went 51-15 in his first 5 years. They made the playoffs. They won 4 conference championships. And then in 2012, in 2019, they turned the team over to my man that's coaching right now, Jeremy Chadwell, and he has them ranked, and he's taking the program to the next level. But the former coach is the executive advisor to the president and an executive advisor, or the executive director of football, and he's responsible for the marketing and everything of the football program. They've built a powerful football program at Coastal Carolina. Watch them. They'll probably continue to be one of the smaller schools that, get in the top 25. I don't know if they can take it to the next level, but there's a lot of talent in the state and around the state. So they got them Florida boys, they got the Georgia boys. They got the South Carolina boys, so that's why it works down there, and they got good culture. So that's it. Spotlight on the small school. Liberty out of Lynchburg, Virginia, and Coastal Carolina from Conway, South Carolina. This has been Be at the Buzzer. See y'all.